For many Nigerians under the age of 50, the 1990s saw the emergence of a crop of young musicians who aspired to establish a national presence with their craft. They sang about love and life with far less political commentary, but willing to explore cross-cultural affinities. Well, we're now being joined by one of them. I'm talking about Alex Ogugo Okoregwe, who is popularly known as Alex O, a man who describes himself as the Nigerian king of pop music. Alex has made a lasting impact on the Nigerian music scene with chart-topping hits like Celebrate, Onwadama, Do It, Banana, Say No, and a Lagos weekend party. It can be said that Alex O has cemented his status as a pioneer of modern Nigerian Afrobeats. He joins us now to discuss the trajectory of his music career, offer his thoughts on the current state of the industry and what is next for him. Good morning and welcome to the morning show.
Thank you very much.
Good morning, Alex.
It's good to be here. It's good to be on Arise News.
It's good to have you in the studio.
Good to have you here.
Compliments of the season.
Yes, thank you. I wish you the same.
Thank you. Shita was rocking to that video there.
Yeah, before he came in, I was saying that, I had to go, do a bit of research. We said for those under 50, I'm quite young. But as soon as I heard the song, I was like, I know this song. Wow. Welcome. And compliments of the season once again.
Thank you so much, and I wish you the same.
Okay, so I'm going to just start with this. We're looking at, some of your photos. I think there was one on there. I wasn't sure whether it was you or it was Michael Jackson. I couldn't really tell. You've been here. You've seen the growth of the Nigerian music industry. And I want to start with, we're talking about Dirty December before you came in and how much, the music industry has put a focus or has put a spotlight on Nigeria and, everything that we have to offer. As someone who, let's say, sits at they say what a young person cannot see, even if they climb a tree, an older person sees when they sit down. What do you see from that from that seat of wisdom and time?
Okay, I can tell you that music in Nigeria has always been progressive, you understand? Even from the days of high life, mixture of then reggae came, then we came, and it's always been growing. But what changed everything completely is technology. Technology came in and changed it all. And Nigerian people are hardworking, very hardworking people all over the world, wherever they are. So when they are enabled, all you can see is excellence everywhere you turn. It used to be very difficult for us to even have proper recordings done those days. And even when we were, whatever we were doing, you had to do it in a hurry, you had to be quick so that the time doesn't run out of you in the studios. But now, technology has made it possible for almost every musician to be able to afford a recording studio. Everything is all in the computers right now. So you can spend as much time as possible and make sure that your music sounds as good as you want it to sound, as good as can be compared with any music from anywhere in the world. We have our own style, we have our own music, we have everything. So all we needed was that good quality recording, which is, for me, everything that's going on right now came to be from the experiments that we made, all the things, the fusion, add this to that, bring pigeon rap, put all this, and then these guys have the technology now to be able to compete with anybody right now.
And so that puts them in front of the whole world.
I'm telling you,
well.
and that's why, yes, and they're doing very well. You find American artists, they all want to come here, they all want to collaborate. Look at the show Chris Brown did in
South Africa.
Yes. And of course he had to bring Davido, you understand. So it's a question of enabling people who are hardworking and talented. Yes.
All right, Alex. I will come back to your point about it is technology that has propelled the new wave of Afrobeaters, shall we say. But let's go back in time to speak about how you spoke about the progressive nature of the Nigerian music industry.
Yes.
I think that there was a wave around the late 80s up till about early and mid 90s,
yes.
when you came, when you talked about reggae, but then Nigerian pop, all of a sudden came after DZK, Falola, Bola Bimbola, like yourself. What's the time now, money? What's our brother? Michael Cree,
yes.
and all of them.
Yes.
All right, so you dominated the scene at a time for a while. What led to your exit? I would be interested in knowing how it came about first. People who associated you with, God bless his soul, the late Uncle Steve Rhodes,
yes.
that you were trained by him and everything.
Yes.
How did you enter the music industry, and why did you have to leave fairly early before the Afrobeat movement started?
Okay, I'm one of those who figured out that I had the talent, to go into music as early as primary school. So all I now did was to continue to look for where the sockets were and plug, you understand?
Plug it in.
So, having been trained by Uncle Steve Rhodes, late Uncle Steve Rhodes, he helped me. Then after him, I joined Lemmy Jackson, who was the best producer at that time.
Who was number one producer in those days.
So he's actually signed me onto his own music label.
Lemmy Jackson.
And yes, and I wasn't ready to release the songs. So what I ended up doing was following him to the recording studios. Every studio session I was there. In fact, let me even tell you, all those Mandators, Raskimono, Julie Pape, or Willie Kale, when you check the sleeve, the sleeves of all those songs, you see my name there. Even Batameya Ko. Yes.
That was Olaju.
Yes. We did those. I and Edward Jato did those voices.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So we have been doing all this. We have been working, and then luckily for me, God opened the door for me, and I started with Polygram.
Okay.
The songs started coming, and then
you were writing your own songs.
Oh yes, I was not only writing them, I was also, in fact, a song like the one you just played.
Celebrate.
Yes, I did all the instruments and everything, because don't forget, I had been working with Lemmy Jackson already.
Yeah.
So Lemmy now comes to add, to embellish and finish, you understand. So I was already, doing production already, So more or less an official assistant producer for Lemmy Jackson, if you want to say so.
Wow.
Yes. So we, the chance came and I took it. I think it was a blessing from God, because there were only 5 recording companies then,
at that time.
And then smaller ones, and there were over thousands of artists that were trying to get through that door. So we were lucky, not that we were the very best, but we were lucky. But also, it also tripped a whole lot of competition then, because for you to be accepted by Polygram, Premier Music, or Sony Music, CBS then, or Tabansi, that means your music must have passed through the A&R department.
Correct.
And the marketing manager, the marketing department, they will have to come and say, yes, this will work, or that will not work. You understand?
Yeah.
So a lot of hard work was also attached to it, besides having been blessed by God.
Celebrate was the song that brought you in.
Yes, we had.
That was your debut.
No, not really. I had a first album that was released in 1988.
Okay.
Titled Getting Loose. Getting Loose had songs like She's So Pretty, which was the most popular song.
I
you
recall
understand?
now. I recall now.
Use that song.
I recall
now. So after that, then the maxi single came. What happened was a lot of people actually didn't quickly realize that, because the first album, Getting Loose, sounded a whole lot foreign, had a whole lot of the pop, British pop and stuff, and so and some people were actually asking. There's a guy that actually asked his brother in the US to look for that album for him, thinking that I was not from here. So the guy told him that Alex O is Nigerian, and the music. And so it struck a note, towards me, for me to realize that I need to do something. So I started
With
bringing in
local vibe and
local elements. To take Igbo chorus, put on top of R&B.
Which is the same thing that Afrobeats guys
That's
are
why
doing
I told you that I said we started it all.
Yeah.
Then Pigeon rap.
Yeah.
Like the one you just
Pigeon
listened,
rap was not...
yes, it was not, nobody was rapping in Pigeon then. So
you wouldn't attribute that to, what was their name? One of them eventually became the P-Man president.
Yes,
Junior and Pretty.
Yes, but this song came
out way
before. They now...
And there was Pigeon rapping.
Yes. I wanted to say something in the song and something funny because after we finished singing, recording, and I want to say something that's funny.
Yeah.
You know, I'm say it on rhythm of the song and how will it work? So they were telling me, oh, is it a rap? Okay, why don't you go and look for the boys who rap? I said, I just want to say something. And what I talked about was, you know, during that time, most of the young girls, they were celebrating birthdays at any time, many times in a year. You know, when they catch when they catch a new guy, you know, they want to celebrate the birthday.
Yeah.
So even the last time they celebrated 20,
they were perpetually 21. 21 every year.
So that's what I just, you know, we take some time to bubble and shuffle after all the hustle.
I remember that.
Everybody wants to celebrate, but nobody wants to talk in age. And if you just go ask a Lagos mama, say, how many years should they celebrate? So, and people identified with that. So it also helped because Premier Music said, this pop thing, okay, how do we, okay, let's try a maxi single. I said, okay, how many songs? They say 2 songs. I said, why 2 songs? Why can't they, you know, they say the single, why can't we make it, you know, like 4 songs, you know, and then see how it goes, you know. So I said, okay, let me add 2 more songs, you know, out of my own pocket, you know. I said, let me add 2 extra songs. So by the time we started, I brought all the whole songs and they listened and said, yes. And that's also one very important thing that happened. The guy that actually promoted Shino Peters, Dindisi, was now called over to Polygram. And he saw my tape was on his table to work on. Because he's somebody who knows how to do this job. You understand?
Was that the brother-in-law to...
Yes, to Blackie.
To Blackie.
Yes, you're correct. Yes, you're correct.
We're not sounding like ancestors here.
No, I don't
So he actually came with the idea that Shino should not be promoted as a Fuji musician.
Artist, yeah.
That he should be promoted as a pop artist because his music was different.
That was the idea of Afro Juju.
And you know that song exploded. You have an idea.
Possibly still one of the biggest
I'm
Nigerian
telling
songs
you.
ever.
So when my songs came on top of his table, he said, yes, this is the guy I was planning to work with.
Wow.
And I am here.
Fantastic.
So, and he took it upon himself, drove me with me, you know, in his car, and we went the whole media houses in the south, the whole newspaper house, nightclubs, everywhere, and spread. Had to put the whole music everywhere, and before we knew what was happening, within 2 months, we had already sold about 70-something thousand copies.
No,
That was more than gold already by that time.
That's huge. You know, I'm just looking at the comments, and you have so many fans. Someone here saying he still looks so good. Alex, on fire. He brings back the memories of the 90s nostalgia. Thank you, Arai, so much for bringing him on.
My pleasure.
And I was looking at an interview that you actually did with This Day about 8 months ago, where you said you're looking for better ways to adapt and break into the music industry again. So tell us a bit more about this. Are we going to be seeing collaborations? You know, you spoke about, you know, pop in itself. Are we going to be seeing you going back to that? You know, what exactly should we expect from Alex in the future?
Before I get to that, he wanted to know, why did we leave?
Yes.
Correct. Okay. Well, my career peaked, you know, shows, you know, but the industry started going through a very difficult phase that particular time. And it started getting to be more difficult for us to do what we usually did, write good songs, produce it, put out, and it was getting more and more difficult. So, and I needed to think, what do we do? I can't sit here and let the curtain fall. You understand? You know, and what do I do? So I said, okay, maybe I should travel, study, see how I could upgrade myself.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened. And I wasn't the only one. Almost all of us disappeared. If you remember.
So Japa started,
Yes.
Japa started not just today.
even in the creative
Yes,
sector.
but after...
You left what year?
I left 1998, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yes,
But
yes.
you left at a time that the remedies, you
We're
know,
just about
sort of
to-
redefined the,
Yes, yeah,
the space.
The Two-Face and a whole lot
Yeah,
of them started
exactly,
coming up.
yes.
Yes, yeah,
Wow.
well, the industry was there, and I believe music will always find its way, no matter how much situations affect it, no matter how technology affects it, people will always find ways to, So I needed to traveled, experienced playing music, recording with Americans and all kinds of other people, learned a whole lot of things, and even studied film and animation.
Okay. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, I actually have a movie that's running on Showmax right now that I produced.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
What is it called?
Triggered.
Triggered.
Yes, I produced it.
Did you
I
feature
wrote
in-
it. I wrote it. No, I was a background.
You're not an actor.
But I did all the editing, all the post-production. Yeah, I just produced.
Wow.
Yes, I let other people act.
All right.
Yes. So and now I'm back. I don't jackbada.
Yes.
Japada.
So now that you're back, please tell us
Yes,
what
like you
is in
said.
the future for Alex O.
Yes. I have been working on, even before our own movie came out,
Yeah.
my own movie came out, I've been working with Nollywood producers, doing post-productions and stuff. I'm still producing music, producing for even artists from all over the world.
I see that you're very close to the Filmic
Yeah,
group,
yeah,
which is
okay.
probably the #1 film
Yes.
WhatsApp group,
very
in
powerful,
Africa.
very powerful one.
Influential.
So I've been, into the movies, still producing music. In fact, since I came back, I've been, once in a while, try to put out a song, but now I have decided to release, there are some serious songs I'm working on right now. So this coming new
Will
year.
they be pop or will they be Afrobeats?
They will be, I've always tried to fuse this and that and see how it will work out. Right now, the world wants to dance. Nigeria wants to dance. So you can't do the ballads, you can't do the slow songs anymore. It's not going to help you commercially, economically.
But there are some people who are like the Johnny Drills.
Yes, but-
you have some people that are exploring that.
But they are not.
Yeah, but in
they're
Nigeria.
not. Yes, they're doing their best. They're trying. But look at what Davido, Wizkid, Burna Boy. Look at the upbeat. You understand? Dance songs, dance. You understand?
Alex, when you see these guys and the numbers that they mention, the success that they have recorded, two things. What comes to your mind? And then do you nurse any regret that you left at the point that you did, even though you've jackpadad, but do you think that you shouldn't have left at that time?
It does cross my mind sometimes. And especially when I see how much they're being paid for performances and all that. But the thing also is, we cannot really say this is how life would have turned out
That's
if I
right.
had taken the other route.
That's correct.
You understand? So you never know. Maybe I might not have been existing up till now. Anything could have happened, anything would have happened.
Correct.
You understand? So the most important thing is to thank God that what I was doing,
Yeah.
I'm still doing today, and I still
doing
want
more.
to even doing better, and you understand. So I have a couple of songs I'm working on right now that are going to come out in the new year, like you were asking me. Well, they're going to be dance, a fusion of this and a fusion of that, and then
Any collabos? Any likely collabos with the current kings?
Yes.
Of Afrobeat?
Well, I would like to. Collabo is a very serious thing.
Yeah.
You have to think it very carefully. So I have to make sure that it's somebody who would like to collaborate with me that I will collaborate with. Because I've seen situations where two people are working, one person stops halfway and refuses to continue. Or you finish recording the audio and the guy refuses to appear in the video.
But do you have a wish list just based off of who is out there and the sound that you've been hearing so
What's
far?
the name of this guy? All his money. Money is nothing.
Oh, Flavor.
Flavor.
Oh, that would be nice. That would be a
I can work with any of the artists who are hardworking, who take music seriously too. You understand? I don't, for me to start to name this or that.
I get you.
Who is willing for us to work? Who will not give me headache? You understand? Because that's another part of it.
Yeah.
I will work with anybody who shows up, who would like us to work with. But if it's not happening, luckily for me, I'm a trained producer.
Yeah.
I produce, I write the songs, you understand? So, and I have my own
now
studio.
you're into film
so
too.
I'm doing, yes.
You have your own studio in Lagos?
Yes. Here.
Fantastic.
Yes.
I mean, Alexo, it's a pleasure to have you. We could have gone on for 1 hour, but
I agree.
There's no way that I'll let you go without maybe just a few words, because I understand that you have gone into our own industry and you have plucked one very beautiful flower, outside of the music and everything, in terms of love and romance and marriage.
God,
Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yes, but I try not to talk about my relationships, you understand?
Okay.
On TV, on radio, you understand? I do the best I can not to talk about them.
But it is in our industry that you pluck the flower from.
Yes. I think it's one of those God-sent people into my life.
It's a very good flower that you have plucked. And we wish you the very, very, very best.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank you for the job you guys are doing for this country. Please continue to do it. This country needs every bit of assistance, every bit of prayer for us, because we are great people, we're hardworking people, and we should be progressing more than we are. So we pray for God to continue to bless us, bless this country more in Jesus' name.
Absolutely.
Amen.
Thank you.
Any one-liner a cappella to your guys who are still saying, "Oh, Alexo."
Which one now?
You face the camera and then give it to them live.
Okay, which one do I do now? Just forget yesterday has gone. Just forget tomorrow that may never come. All about your worries, those funny stories. Even if the world is coming down on you, everyone come along, get together. Whoa, here's a time to celebrate. And that's Christmas, we know. La 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 la, celebrate.
Thank you very much, Alexo. Maybe a remake of this, with any of the.
We're actually working on that.
That would be fantastic.
Yes, a whole lot of
And Mr. Steve will be your video vixen.
and maybe get him to sing too. Because I've heard him sing before. It wasn't too bad.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Alex,
you
you heard it here
joining us.
first. Jumping straight back into
Fantastic.
the industry.
Thank you.
All right, then.